Hello and welcome. This video is going to be me tackling my hoarded house again, and it may not be as satisfying as the last one I posted, only because I'm tackling in this video the big problem, the biggest swath of stuff. And the reason why I'm starting the video this way instead of, you know, me holding it up and showing you stuff is because a lot of times in my videos I appear to be looking behind the camera, and I will talk about, you know, the hoard of stuff here in my eBay room. And I kind of thought it'd be great if, instead of just me looking behind the camera, like also show you what I'm looking at. I know some of you have been following this series for a while, you kind of have maybe an idea or remember of what this room looks like. But I'm actually gonna like show you now. So here's the look behind the camera. Yep, so when I'm looking behind the camera, this is the tripod that the camera normally sits on, and this is what I'm staring at. So there's the door that I normally go into, and this is where I walk, and there's Miss Moxie screaming at me per usual. Hello, baby girl. And this is where I'm sitting on my little ottoman here with Moxie, trying to get as many pets as possible. And then I'm looking here. This is where I film my book videos for my book channel, which I will link up above and is always down in the description. This is my shoe rack. All of these shoes are listed. This is also listed. And then from here down is unlisted stuff. And this is these need to also get listed. Yes, Miss Moxie. And this is like sewing supplies, because I've mentioned multiple times that I'm not necessarily a big fan of selling shoes. So this has kind of become sewing supplies, and then some shoes when I feel like picking them up, or I know that they're worth picking up, or in the case of recently when somebody donates me a whole bunch of them. But this is random estate sales that I've not bothered to list, as well as there's some more crafting supplies there. And this stack of stuff is books for my book channel. I have a lot of book hauls. And you know, there's Nicolas Cage. I feel like I should link him in my reseller must-haves just for the memes, but it's like literally my favorite gift I've ever received from being on the internet is this pillow. It brings me so much joy whenever I see it. But these are all books that I need to read and then review, or want to read and then review for my book channel. Those are all full. So do I have enough time in my life for that? Maybe not, but you know what? Books are the one addiction I have never not enjoyed. So, and I think is kind of healthy. But this is what I'm tackling for the most part, is this. And that is because this side is mostly dresses. So what I'm wanting to do is to get this pile off of the top of the rack. This was what was downstairs from my last video that was on the floor. So I kind of want this whole rack to be just the vintage stuff from that one giant haul, or mostly just from that one giant haul. So there's a bunch of dresses, and the dresses, honestly, now that I've got Karen, the dresses that I've been listing from here so far, I've already like listed some of them, have been selling almost as soon as I list them. So I'm pricing them to where I'm going to make money, not necessarily make maximum amount of money, but to get them out of my house, because again, I want my space back. I want this to be like a functioning studio. So maybe you can't tell, but this is actually photography paper, and this is originally where I was supposed to have, like, where I was going to sell dresses and pants and stuff, because I could hang it up there and take a photograph, and there's going to be natural light that comes in. And then this rack was supposed to be like recent hauls before I was supposed to be able to use this to film like my recent haul hung up. Like, okay, my friend Victoria does it, where she has like a rack of stuff and she'll pull it and show it. And I just always like that, because that just seems cleaner and neater and like more aesthetic. But this is not aesthetic. This is, I think, the life that most resellers have, where it is just a sea of belongings. I'm not selling my light bright. That's my original light bright from like the 80s. That is staying with me. But it's a mixture of crafting stuff and, you know, sentimental stuff. And then Moxie, this is my actual closet, but some of these things are from my rotating reseller closet. This is like my actual clothes and my actual cat. And then this is like hats and blankets that are for sale. There's handbags in that bag. So there's some listed inventory in here as well. But it's just a lot of stuff. So you got more sewing stuff, and I need to make the space better. So when I say that this might not be as satisfying, it's because the focus of this particular video right now is going to be just me getting as many dresses as possible listed so I can get that pile from on top of the rack onto the rack. And then also get all of the clothes that are currently on the floor that I showed you off of the floor. I want basically all of the clothes that I have that I want to resell to be on that rack. I think that'll definitely help get rid of a lot of stuff here. So that is the project for this video. Also, I've been asked in multiple comments to show more of Miss Moxie because you guys don't get to see her. So hopefully between me holding her right now and then the video of sections where you just see her sitting, this is her. This is what she wants. She just wants attention and love and affection. And now I'm giving it to you and to her, and yeah, so let's get started. Hello, hi, it's been a couple days, so let me update you as to how far I've gotten in this eBay room so far. So the box that was here is now broken down and recycled, and the stuff that was in it is now hanging up on the rack. You can see my pile on top of the rack is smaller, and that's because I'm slowly hanging it over here as I am removing dresses to list. So once I finish the stack of dresses that I'm currently working on, everything up top should be gone. I also was able to get rid of the bag of stuff that was up here. I don't know if y'all could tell or not. So I have made some progress. Do I still need to make lots of progress? Yes, but it's some progress. So let's go ahead and go downstairs and we can finish the pile of dresses that I have downstairs and get this on that side. Okay, so this is the stack of dresses. You can see I overloaded my steamer here. This is the dress that you guys have seen in a couple of videos. I'm finally gonna go ahead and list it, even though I get lovely compliments whenever I wear this, because unfortunately it is cap sleeved. And as I mentioned before, with cap sleeve garments, it cuts into my pit meat and gives me a friction rash. So very cute if you don't have broad shoulders or any arm musculature, then this is a gorgeous dress, and it is Bowden, so it's a good brand. And unfortunately, Moxie, oh my God, here, everybody can look at you now. Is this what you wanted? You wanted attention? Yes, are you the star of the show? Yeah, I'm just the camera crew. Okay, I'm so sorry. All right, this is what we're working on. I have decided to go ahead. This is the dining room. The goal is for this to go back upstairs, but I need the eBay room to be cleared out before I can get it back upstairs. So it's now just stacked here. This is all of my clothing inventory. It's wild to me to think that I have over 500 pieces of clothing listed just chilling in my inventory. And it's a little crazy to think that there's probably twice that amount I still have to list. Maybe not clothing, probably clothing. Like at least that amount left to list of clothing and shoes and hats and stuff. But the rest of the stuff is all like hard goods and things, like, you know, this stuff that is still sitting here, or entire basket of bags that I have to list. So it's, like I said, 1,000 items, not a problem. And before I get started to get those things photographed, I would like to say that I'm at 91 of 1,000 items now. So I'm making progress. It's just slow. she's here again, because of course she is.
Before we can get started on photographing and listing, I need to put together a new banker's box because I have filled all of mine as I showed you earlier. I get these off of Amazon. They're linked down below in my reseller must-haves. I mean, you do your own inventory system. This is just what I found that has worked best for me. And this is a Ralph Lauren dress. It is long sleeve, collared. When I list this, I'm going to put, you know, the tags dark academia because it fits. You put a little corset around here, you know, maybe some fishnets. You could also put goth in there. It's kind of a good basic, a good black basic that can fit in a lot of different aesthetics. And it's something I've had obviously for a while. And this is me just making sure I take all the measurements, taking pictures of all of the tags. And for the measurements, I actually have a little square felt board that I have numbers on with all the different measurements on it, and it's what's worked best for me. And because this is black and I have a cat, I'm doing lots and lots of lint rolling. I have that's rubbing alcohol, by the way. And what I'm doing is just rubbing like the dust off of it because, you know, if I have a little dust on my hand, it gets on the garment, and for some odd reason the lint roller won't pick it up, but a little bit of rubbing alcohol will take that right out. So this is just me making sure that this is the cleanest black piece of fabric I can possibly make it be before I put it away. This is an adorable 60s go-go dress. I actually picked this up in a couple of dresses from the same house. And as you can see, I struggled a little bit with the zipper, so I'm going to fix that real quick. And I'm going to fix that with some simple chapstick. This is just basic plain chapstick. And what I'm going to do is apply it to the top, and then I'm going to rub it against the teeth on both sides. And what this does is this helps lubricate this. Now, this is a polyester dress. I would not recommend doing that with silk. Silk is a little bit trickier, but 100% polyester, it's not going to leave any stains. And it made that zipper basically glide like butter. And this is a size medium. Amazing psychedelic go-go dress pattern. And I mentioned earlier that I got this from the same site still as two other dresses. And the other two dresses were actually a 3XL. So in the span of 5 years, the lady of this estate went from a medium to a 3XL, kept her style, kept slaying, and I feel like a lot of us with the pandemic can definitely understand changing a couple of sizes in a few years. But this lady definitely was stylish, and I was happy to pick up a bunch of pieces from her.
I've changed shirts again because I got stuff on it, and that's why you can hear the water in the background. That is laundry being done. But I have a bunch of empty hangers now, so I'm going to take y'all upstairs and we are gonna see if I can't get some stuff down, another set of things to go on the steamer, and then also to hopefully finish putting the stuff that's on top of the racks on the racks with these lovely hangers I have just cleared out. First thing I gotta do is I gotta delicately shove myself back behind here because this is obviously way too heavy, even with wheels, for me to be able to move it out. Thankfully, I don't take up that much space, so I can still get back here, but yeah, it's not fun. So I just come back here and I try to pull some of the many dresses I have here out. So I think I have like 10 or so hangers. Can you guys even see me anymore? Probably not. Pull about 10 or so hangers out and then replace them. Yeah, I think those are dresses. Is this a dress? And I have to try to make sure I don't pull out projects because some of the dresses in here are projects. And I want to get stuff listed that I can just easily list. So hopefully I'm pulling out good stuff. We'll find out. Because I know some of these are projects. Oh no! Oh no, this is fine. Oh, this is fine. Okay, this is fine, yeah. Alright. Alright. I feel like that was so not helpful at all or interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of these dresses and I'm gonna make sure they're all on wooden hangers, and then I'm gonna check to see if I got profitable items or if I got projects. And then if I got projects, I will set them aside and see if any of these, I know one of these smells a little off, so one of these might also need to get washed, because some of these vintage pieces, like vintage dresses, I knew I wasn't gonna get to. Like this is a vintage dress from the 50s, complete with its little belt, and you can see it's like Irish linen. So some of these are like older mid-century dresses, like this one here is from the 60s. It's even got its original bolero. That's what these little short jackets are called, by the way, that go with a dress. It's a bolero. I will put how you spell it over here. So I'm gonna go sort these out and then maybe have to come back. All right, so I was right in my thought that it was the linen piece that smelled weird. A lot of the vintage pieces that I get up from estate sales, the beautiful dresses that I pay up for, you know, and by paying up for me, that's like $10 to $12 a piece. I like that one with the bolero and the other linen one from the 50s. I'm gonna get my money back from those. But some of those, because before I got my mannequin, I was like, this is gonna be like one of the last things I list. I just kind of set it and forget it, and I'd forgotten to wash that beforehand. And I do have a washing machine that has a hand wash setting because I have a lot of my own clothing items that I need a hand wash setting for. So when I moved into this house, I went to 5 different appliance stores before I found one that had a hand wash setting that didn't cost like $1,500. So really happy that that's in there, and I only had one. So what I'm gonna do now, I actually don't really like wire hangers at all, but the lovely lady that I got that big 400 piece vintage lot, most of her stuff was on wire hangers. So I've been moving it to these plastic ones as I free them up. If you wanna know why I don't really like wire hangers, it's because, especially for vintage pieces and the fact that I live in Virginia in the South, if the house doesn't have humidity control in it and it's old, sometimes the wire can rust and it'll get rust stains on the clothing, which are a pain to get out. So I've been slowly trying to shift that over, and then let's see if I can get all those clothes onto the rack now. I'm so happy. I know that this is not going to be a great reveal, but I feel like I've done quite a bit of work. I mean, this is quite a bit of work for me, especially with dresses, because it's a lot of like undressing and dressing the mannequin and then like double checking to make sure. And then there's more measurements. So for me, plus they're worth more money. So it's like, I know a lot of people, like my friend I mentioned earlier in the video, Victoria, Super Geek, she does a lot of dresses because, as she states in her videos, it's the biggest bang for her buck. And it really is. It's just also the biggest pain in the butt as well for me. So let's finish this up and wrap up this video.
So I accidentally forgot that dress, so I put it back over with the rest of them I needed to list, and here I am just making some room here, the dresses that I had taken out, and I'm putting the rest of the stuff that was sitting on top back where it belonged. And this is just a poncho that I needed a hanger for, so quickly did that and I'm done.
Okay, so I have another beautiful assortment of dresses just shoved onto my steamer for me to list, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys were able to, like, I don't know, work alongside me. I have no idea. But again, until I can get everything listed, hit my 1,000 goal, I'm not going to do shopping. So this is pretty much the kind of content I can make right now. So hope you guys are cool with that. And if not, maybe come back in like October and we can do hauls again. But just to let you know, I have finished this video at 100 of 1,000. So I'm at 10%. I'm 10% of the way there, 1/10 of the way there. We're gonna do all the math numbers to make myself feel better. But Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in a couple days for another video. Bye. Bye.